Let's start lab 5, exercise 1, implement and manage retention. In this lab, we will take on the role of a compliance administrator to configure and validate data retention and recovery policies using Microsoft Purview. The goal is to help our organization meet audit, compliance, and data governance requirement. Let's start with task number 1, create a retention label. I am going to log in to my client 1 as admin. Click on the T symbol to type the password. 2, go to purview.microsoft.com and make sure you're logged in as Joni. I've already done that. Then I'm going to go to Solution, Data Lifecycle Management, Retention Labels. I'm going to create a label. The details of the labels are given on step 5. Let's type in the label name, the description for user and for administrator. It is not mandatory to provide the description for users and admin. Now, retain item forever or for a specified period is selected. Now, retain this item for, we're going to retain it for 5 years. And when this item is created, is the retention period based on that? No, it's based on the last modified. Click on Next. Choose what happens after the retention period. Now, delete items automatically. That's the one we're going to select. Click on Next. Go ahead and click on Create Label. Once the label is created, we will select Do Nothing. We are not going to publish the label. We're going to click on Do Nothing and click on Done. That brings us an end to task number 1. Moving on to task number 2, what we are going to do is we are going to publish the retention label. So we will publish the retention label to Exchange, SharePoint, and OneDrive, making it available for users to manually apply to their content. So we are already in the retention label. I'm just going to refresh this page once. I'm going to click on Publish Labels. Now choose the label to publish. We're going to be selecting sensitive financial records. Add. Click on Next. In the policy scope, we are not creating any admin, so I'm admin unit, so we're going to move on to Next. Now choose the type of retention policy to create. We're going to create static. Click on Next. On where you want to publish it. So let me choose the specific location to publish these labels, or this label, the one we created. So we are going to select Exchange Mailbox, SharePoint, OneDrive. I'm going to get rid of group mailboxes. Click on Next. Let's go ahead and name our policy, Sensitive Financial Data Retention, and a description. Click on Next. Click on Submit. So once the process is completed, let's click on Done. That's an end of task number 2. Let's go to task 3. Create an auto apply retention label policy. Now here we are going to configure an auto labeling policy that detects personal financial information under the GLBA regulations and apply a label to retain the data for 3 years. Let's go to Data Lifecycle Management. Let's go to Policies, Label Policies. Let's go ahead and click on Auto Apply a Label. That's where we're going to start. Let's go ahead and give a name. Give a description. So the name is Auto Apply for Personal Financial PII. Click on Next. So we are going to select, choose the type of content you want to apply to this label. We are going to select Apply Label to content that contains sensitive info. That is option number 1. I'm going to go click on Next. Here I'm going to select Financial. If I scroll down, I will see US Graham-Leach-Bailey Act. You will see two one is enhanced, another one is a standard one. So select the one that is not enhanced. Click on next. So here I'm going to leave it as the default settings. I am going to go click on next. Policy scope, we are not creating any admin units. Next. The policy type would be a static policy. I'm going to leave it as it is and click on next. Where you want me to publish. So Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive. I'm going to get rid of the last option and then click on next. Choose the label to publish. I'm going to click on add label. I'm going to select personal financial PII. Click on add. So in this page, I'm going to go ahead and click on next and test the policy before running. That's the one I'm going to select. I'm not going to turn on this policy, leave it as it is. Click on next. So on the review page, you will go ahead and click on submit and click on done. So now if you notice, your label policy has been created. That is end of task number 3. Moving on to task number 4, create a static retention policy. So here we will create a static retention policy to keep Teams chat and channel messages for 3 years and then delete automatically to reduce long-term risk. So we are going to data lifecycle management. We'll go to policies and then we are going to click on retention policies. We are going to create a new retention policy for Teams. So let's click on this plus sign. The name is Teams Retention. Let's give a description. Click on next. In the policy scope, no admins. Let's click on next. Choose the type of retention policy to create. We're going to create a static one and click on next. So the locations to apply, it is for Teams channel messages and Teams chat. Everything else we need to disable. Let's get rid of Exchange, no SharePoint, no OneDrive, no Microsoft 365 group. And if I scroll down, I'll see Teams chat messages and Teams channel messages. These are the two things we're going to retain. Click on next. So in the decide if you want to retain content, delete it or both, we are going to select retain the item for a specific period. We are going to go down and set 3 years. We don't see 3, so we'll select custom and then we're going to select 3 years from here. Start the retention period based on when the item was last modified. At the end of the retention period, do nothing or delete item automatically. Select delete item automatically. Click on next. Click on submit. So once it is successfully created, we can just go ahead and click on the done button. So that brings us an end to task number 4. Finally, task number 5, recover SharePoint content. So here we will simulate the deletion and restoration of a document in SharePoint to validate our data recovery process using the recycle bin. So I'm going to go ahead and launch SharePoint. So I will click on this icon on the top left. Let's click on SharePoint. So I'm going to close this pop-up. On the landing page, search for benefits. I'm going to go here and search for benefits. Let's search. So we are going to select benefits at Contoso, the first one. On the left side, we'll go click on Documents. So we have a document that's called vacationpolicies.pptx. We're going to select that, and we're going to go ahead and delete. And once it is deleted, we'll just refresh this page. The file is deleted, and if we go to recycle bin, We should be able to see it. We'll go click on the recycle bin and we're going to go ahead and restore it. Now, the deleted document is restored into its original location. That's the end of Lab 5. Exercise 1, implement and manage retention. Thank you.